about 40 miles or so south of Candlestick Point at a place that first opened back in 2014 as you get a look at Levi's Stadium here in Santa Clara, California. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with the Arizona Cardinals. And whoa, he's going to hope that that is not a sign. Things to come. A rude welcoming to this ball game. So the first play of the drive lost 4. Now they'll look to move it forward here on 2nd and 14. And he'll give it here to his running back. And he will lose yardage on the play. Back at his own 19-yard line. Just a 1-yard loss that time, but that's not what they needed. Now they're dealing with a 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at about the 31. And they're going to be set up in the red zone right around the 17-yard line. That's kind of a double whammy. I mean, the interception on the opening drive, that's one thing. But to give them this field position, that's another.
Absolutely perfect start for this defense. They take the ball away on the opening possession. They know that their offense will get the ball to start the second half. They line them up in field goal position, and to me, they got a chance for a touchdown right here out of the gate.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard.
Well, that was a unit that understood exactly where the first down marker was, handed it to their guy who could run it, created some space, and he got there.
Throw going to be caught left side here by Granson. Not much there, only a yard.
I know sometimes we can get fooled when we watch him make catches, as we just saw him do there, because he really looks like a wide receiver the way he goes about his business.
Yeah, 230, 240 range.
Yeah, not super huge. Maybe not counted on to be that inline point-of-attack blocker that we used to have in the good old days.
And this is going to be intercepted. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. And the 49ers are going to take possession here. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 20-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Well, they were intercepted the first time they had the football, but now they get it back, and it's still 0-0.
And because of that, you know what the thought process is? Interception. What interception? It didn't really happen because they gave up no points. So go back on the attack. Go back and run the offense you believe will be successful. Find your playmakers and give them the football.
So after the run for no gain, here's 2nd and 10. And now here's a carry heading left. And he works free. Touchdown, 49ers. Just a terrific run there, Charles, from a running back who is so compact and powerful, and that strength was on display there.
Yeah, and this is one of the best runs you'll see. A lot of times on these long touchdowns, you'll say he gets into the end zone untouched, but not here. He fought his way through contact, and it barely even registered, and he just continued down the field all the way to the end zone.
And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. From the 6. And he'll get it up just past the 20 as his guys will go to work at the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And the interception thrown in the red zone last time. We'll see if they can rebound.
I just have to think the last thing he said as they went back out there was, don't do that again. What do you think?
What do you think?
Yeah.
Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage, but I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
Throwing on second and long. Wilson eluding the pressure right. And it's a fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And they're already in the red zone. The 18-yard line is where they take over.
After that play, I think we know one quarterback will be extremely happy if his defense can hold the opposing team to a field goal here.
So from inside the 20, here's 1st and 10 at the 18. On play action, they'll throw. Flush to his right. And he's got this inside the 10 to the 9 before he's out of bounds. He'll get 10 there all on his own, but it'll be second down. Now they try the right side here. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. A great play there. With his second touchdown of the game, 4th of the year. And the 49ers are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Extra point tacked on by Lambeau. And it's now 14-0. And Lambeau now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll be tackled just shy of the 25. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And they had the fumble last time that led to a touchdown. That's a no-no. We'll see what they do here this go around.
A big no-no.
And that's caught inside the 35. And he makes it all the way down to the 31. A huge play there for Arizona. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. Now it's Wilson. Flushed out right. That's complete to Austin Eckler, the running back. And he'll be brought down at the 21, just shy of the 20 in the red zone. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And it'll be second and about a yard to go for the first. Now it's Wilson. He's got Granson, his tight end. Touchdown! Kylen Granson. His first touchdown here of the new campaign. And the Cardinals draw a bit closer. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that'll cut the lead down to a touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Now, early on, you know, Charles, every game could be called a measuring stick game. But I think when it comes within your division like this, it's a measuring stick game with a little extra intrigue.
I would agree with that totally because all division games have a little extra to them. But I like where this game is situated because at this stage of the season, it has that little extra juice. But at the same time, it's not a make or break if this were, let's say, week 15, 16, somewhere in that neighborhood.
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run. They'll drop to throw. Escaping the pressure right. Nothing open downfield, so he'll throw it away. Well, this defense for the Cardinals, very strong last week as they helped their squad improve to 2-0 on the young season.
Yeah, and what stood out to me on tape, the way they were flying to the football. So that tells me that they've got all their assignments down, and they're playing with extreme confidence.
On 3rd down, he'll drop to throw. Man open, that's Deebo Samuel. And he's out of bounds, able to take this one up to the 35.
I don't care how many times we see it, I still get a kick out of watching quarterbacks and receivers do the pass tree in pregame warm-up. But I always remember that when we go to practices, we see that after practices as well. They really tune it up, don't they?
They tune it up. They know why they do it for these situations. 1st down.
And they build that trust, and that's why they're able to find him in this type of a situation.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10. A handoff as they run the counter play. And he'll run straight into a wall of tacklers at the line of scrimmage. It's 2nd down.
As usual, the hallmark of a good run defense, linebackers making plays near the line of scrimmage. Absolutely nowhere to run there.
Officially nothing on that last run. They'll try again 2nd and 10. They'll look to throw here. Buying time, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. They bring the safety on the blitz, and he busts through to drop him for an 8-yard loss. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. He'll look to throw. And that is incomplete. But the pressure there on 3rd down, forcing the errant pass. 4th down coming up. Here comes the 49ers punter now, as he's on to punt for the first time tonight. It's a 47-yard punt, but they did give up 10 on the return. And the Cards will take over 1st and 10. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Here's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. He's got a man complete. And he gets it down deep into San Francisco territory. A huge play there for Arizona. So now following the big play, they've got a 1st and goal all the way down at the 10. Wilson. To the end zone, but it's incomplete.
You got to be precise with your throws, especially in this situation. You're inside the 10-yard line going into the end zone. But sometimes the emotion, the excitement, sometimes the decisions just aren't made very well because of that.
And it'll be intercepted. Picked up by Mike Hughes. And the Niners are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team
gets through, and now an opening. And all the way inside the 35 before he goes out of bounds. 133 yards for him on the ground so far tonight as he has been terrific in this first half. So the big play changes the complexion of things. Here's 1st and 10 just outside the 30. The play action fake. They'll look to throw. Eluding the pressure right. He'll let this go deep for Ruggs. And he hauls it in the end zone. Touchdown, San Francisco. Henry Ruggs. His 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the 49ers add 6 to their lead. Point after by Lambo, up and good. And it's now 21-7. And Lambo now, after the touchdown, he'll kick this one away. And here comes a return from a few steps into the end zone. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And 2 interceptions thrown here in this first half. You hear it, no matter the sport, they say the great athletes, they can kind of have a short-term memory, but that's easier said than done.
It is easier said than done, but I played with a guy who threw 2 interceptions.
And that's caught inside the 35. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A huge play there for Arizona. So that changes things in a big way. Now from all the way down inside the 30, here's 1st and 10. Now a throw here, hauled in. And down inside the 15 he goes. From the 13 now, they work on 1st and 10. From the red zone now, they'll look to throw. And he will find his man on the outside. 3 yards remain for 2nd down. From the shotgun, Wilson. And Wilson's going to be intercepted a 3rd time. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. He's at the 50. The 30. 10. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown.
What we just saw, that's a great example of a team that was really amped up. They've been playing so well, yet they didn't get overexcited and have a bust on defense and gave up a big play. Instead, they created their own big play with a pick 6. This one may be over.
Yeah, it's just the first half, but that lead is swelled to the point where you're wondering if it is over already. From a couple yards deep, he'll bring it out of the end zone. And ultimately cannot get this out to the 25-yard line as he's dropped it to 23. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the pick 6, and they have decent field position in throwing that pick 6. We'll see how they attack this run.
And I think all you say to your guy is, listen, let's just take care of the football a little bit better. Make some better decisions on this drive, and they'll probably help him a little bit with maybe some really high percentage throws early to let him get settled back in.
But they told us, they've got confidence. That's not a problem.
Yeah, not a problem at all. They just want to make sure they get things settled down a little bit for their offense and give their defense a little bit of a chance to rest.
On 2nd and 10, Wilson. He's going to go up top again. And got his man complete. And finally, he goes out of bounds right at the 35-yard line. A huge play there for Arizona. And we've hit the 2-minute mark in this first half of action. Coming up in a couple of minutes, we'll get you to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. The coach will have stats and scores from earlier today in the NFL. On 1st and 10, it's Wilson. Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it. And it's 2nd down.
This defense has been very disruptive early on as they force another one to go awry.
Seems to be the front and the back end. Pass rush, they've been able to get home, and they're taking the ball away in coverage as well.
I love how you put it together. The front and back working in sync. Only way to play good defense.
DeAndre Hopkins making the catch. And he gets this one inside the 15, just a yard or two shy of the 10.
And this has been a nice answer to the touchdown drive against him a few minutes.
And for the 4th time tonight, it's an interception. It's the former Patriot Devin McCourty. He's at the 50, 30, past the 20, and into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score a touchdown. Extra point tacked on by Lambo. And the route is on here in this first half. So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6. And now the kick is away. And he'll just take a seat, and the drive will begin at the 25-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And last time, decent field position through the pick 6. Obviously costly.
But they can't afford to just bunker in now. All right, good field position means go ahead and attack on off.
And that's caught inside the 35. Touchdown, Cardinals. Rondale Moore, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Cardinals get a bit closer. Extra point by Nagar is up and good. And that'll cut the lead back down to 21. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken. Here's a handoff out of the gun. And from the 25, they work this to the 29, a gain of 4. The Cardinals going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. 2nd and 6, just inside the 30. They'll set up a throw. That's going to be caught by Samuel. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now a handoff as they run left side. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. 2nd and 10. They'll let the QB keep it here off the option. They do get a yard there, but only a yard. Leaves them with 3rd and 9 looming. Now a timeout called for by the defense as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Cards going nickel. An extra defensive back out there now on 3rd down. They'll look to throw. And this pass broken up. The contact well timed there, and now 4th down. Here comes the 49ers punter now as he'll kick it away for the 2nd time. And no return here. This one's going inside the 15 to the 12-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And with a 3-score deficit staring them in the face, they might have to press the issue here and try to get points out of this drive. They go play action with Wilson. And he will not make it back to the line of scrimmage as he's going to be taken down. The sack cost him only a yard. It's 2nd and 11. Final play of the half. It's Wilson. He's going to look deep for more. And this will be caught at the 30. And he's in for the touchdown on the final play of the first half. The prayer is answered.
How did they get that done?
And here on the road, that could be a huge score for their morale in the second half.
Every team has confidence going into the start of games, but sometimes you get it rocked a little bit, and this certainly applies here for them. But guess what? Just what you said, this touchdown can give them their belief back that they can win in the second half.
With both of these offenses having their way, it's not likely they'll need to be doing a whole lot at halftime. But the defenses are definitely in need of some adjusting. And for the call of the second half, let's go back out to Brandon and Charles.
Yeah, Coach, certainly no shortage of action in those first 2 quarters. Definitely got to work on my touchdown calls, so we'll see how much voice I have left for the second half here. It'll be the Cardinals who get the ball first. They trail here as we resume action in the third quarter. And we'll see a return here from the end zone. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And right out of the gate, they face what you think could be a pretty important drive.
I would say so. You know, they're down 2 scores. That's not the end of the world. It wasn't the strongest of first halves, but for them to start calling back, they've got to start putting a little pressure on that defense, start cutting into this deficit. You can't have 3 and... and expect to get that done.
Here's 2nd and 10. Now Wilson. And now here is another interception. Picked off near the 32. And they are going to set up shop at the 32-yard line. Tough one there. First drive of the third quarter, throw an interception, and now a chance that they could be in even a bigger hole if they can convert this into points.
Yeah, but how good do you feel if you're that defensive coordinator right now? Because you just know that the head coach looked at him and said, turn him loose, big man. And he'd be able to take a few extra chances playing with this type of a lead, and boy, it paid off.
That really sets them back. A loss of 6. So a nightmare start to the drive as they're already staring at 2nd and long. And now here's a carry heading left. And he gets it down to the 32. 137 yards for him on the ground now. He has been a tough man to bring down all night. The chance of wasting this great starting field position, a real threat. This is 3rd and long. Now a handoff as they run left side. Finding room to the 20. And all the way down to the 17-yard line.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time, and making it work.
They run the counter now on first down. And here he'll get it down to the 7. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and that'll bring up a second and just about a few inches here.
On any explosive run, you can almost feel the ground shaking, and that's from the offensive linemen creating space for their runners. I had an old coach tell me before, they always told his runners, run around the offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking so you don't trip and fall when it happens in a game.
And he'll be brought down this time at the 5-yard line.
And Brandon, you know that expression? He just does what he does. It sounds trite, doesn't it? But in this case, it's perfectly apt. This is one of the better runners in the NFL. And all he does is just find avenues, find ways to pick up key first downs and big runs.
And he tries to keep the legs churning, but he's going to be stopped behind the line. Now they'll switch it up here and look to throw. They'll roll him out right. And he's got the hook up to Ruggs. And they go the wrong way on this one. Losing yardage back at the 12. Well, they completed the pass but lost yardage, so they'll decline the penalty.
Perfect play for them, isn't it? Who needs a penalty when you try and throw the ball, you don't even get it downfield, and they go ahead and snuff out the play. They'll take that as a result.
14's the mic. 14's the mic. Check, 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 check. Mike 14.
They'll look to throw on 3rd and goal. And it's caught. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there. 11 yards, but still not enough. 4th down. Now back to throw. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert, and they turn it over. They're turned away on 4th and goal. And this Cardinal defense comes up with a goal line stand. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that? Well, this is taken in. It's complete. And he'll be out right at the 35. A big connection on that one. 35 yards. Much more room to operate under after the big play. Here's 1st and 10. Here's Wilson to throw. And that's caught by the tight end, Granson. 7 yards to pick up there.
Brandon, perfect defense in this situation would have meant that there was an incompletion. They would have picked it off. Okay, so they gave up the completion. But I really enjoyed watching how the defense stayed in sync, stayed in great communication. And as he dragged across each zone, you see him pointing, communicating. There he is, and they passed him off to each defender. Ended up making a nice play, even though it was complete.
And these numbers on our monitor are getting hard to believe. He's closing in now right on the doorstep of 500 yards passing.
I'm glad that you watched the monitor and said it first, because I had trouble absorbing that. That's big time right there, right? That means everything just about has gone right for them and his squad in this game. Let's see if they can keep it up.
And on that last play there, he's over 400 yards passing now.
You know what that generally means?
Success.
That, and it means you really didn't miss opportunities. Usually very accurate. The ball's getting to the right place. Guys are making yardage after the catch to help you out that way. I mean, the whole team has picked it up. And don't forget, that means the offensive line has had to pass protect pretty well, too.
He's going to be sacked back at the 23-yard line. Justin Madubuike. What an effort from him on that play. Big tackle for a loss of 11. Another try after the first down sack. Wilson flush to his right. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. We know he's got the speed to get downfield, Charles, but there's the negative side. A little loose with the football that time.
And that's normal, especially when you have his type of talents, because you feel like you're into the open field and maybe you don't feel the people who are around you or closing in. All quarterbacks have to do extra ball security drills with the way the game's played now, because defenses, they attack the football as much as they attack the runner.
Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11. 1 quarter remains here on a Sunday night. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. Now they'll run it on the toss. And they'll bring him down here up at about the 22-yard line. The Niners on 3rd down. They've converted just 2 for 6 thus far. They need just a yard here. It's 3rd and 1. He'll look downfield for Waller. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
That's an excellent job right there on 3rd down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a 1st down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's 4th down.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th. And he is going absolutely nowhere in the wrong direction. The Niners go for it, but it doesn't work out. And, boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone. On 1st down, Wilson. Back of the end zone. Could he get his feet down? No, it's incomplete.
This defense was definitely alert to the possibility of the deep ball, and they were more than ready for it.
They've got the lead, 4th quarter. Maybe can expect more passes like that downfield. Off the play fake. Here's Wilson. Dancing to his left. Wilson hit. It's loose. It's out. Fumble. And now this is scooped up by the 49ers. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. Well, that's unfortunate because he had a nice run going, but give credit to the defense. They got a hand in the cookie jar there, CD.
You have to think about vision, finding a place to get down after you know you've gotten all you can out of a run, and obviously ball security is paramount. In today's football, everyone's coming after the rock. You've got to make sure you protect it and protect the yardage you just gained.
Yeah, that's just a solid, good physical run there as he motors for 9 yards. The previous run, good for 9. Here's 2nd and a yard. Now they'll run it on the toss. Into the secondary past the 40. And he will take this all the way down to the Cardinals' 29-yard line. 221 yards on the ground for him now as he's gotten better, really, as the night's gone on. And now here's a carry heading left. And only able to muster a couple down to about the 27. I'm sure that that's going to be the formula. Just keep the ball on the ground. Keep that clock moving.
And when you have the lead this late in the game, above all, stay in bounds. Yes, take care of the football. Yes, gain yardage, but stay in bounds and let that clock tick.
Now, that was a whole lot of open space out in front of it, wasn't it? I'm telling you, Brandon, when things are going right, they are going right.
And everything has been going their way for the most part. I saw that lane start to develop. Boom. He took advantage of it. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. That's a gain of 4 as we slip inside of 4 minutes left in regulation. 2 of their 3 red zone trips so far they've come up empty on. They'll look to reverse that trend on 2nd and goal. They'll try again. And across the goal line into the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. A great effort there. Taking it in. And the 49ers are closing in on a 3rd straight win as they widen the gap further here in the 4th quarter. Lambeau to add on the extra point. And the lead now to 3 touchdowns at 21 points. after the touchdown. He'll kick this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll get it up across the 20 to the 21-yard line. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Their mini two-game win streak appears it might be going by the wayside unless they can pull a rabbit out of their hat. Now Wilson on first down. To the right side and into the hands of the tight end, Granson. And he's going to be out of bounds right at midfield.
Well, this game was decided a while ago, and that completion there is going to artificially inflate his passing numbers. So right now, the only one really applauding probably his agent as he thinks about angling for a new contract.
Play action. It's Wilson. He's going to fire this thing deep right sideline. And that is incomplete.
I like the thought process there. They connected on a big play, and sometimes you find the defense vulnerable. So they went for the bigger shot, went for it all on that one. This time, they were ready for it.
From midfield now, here's Wilson. And my goodness, another interception. Picked by Tarvarius Moore. And the 49ers are in great shape here as they take over at their 46-yard line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And after the interception, they are sitting in an even better spot with the ball and a comfortable fourth-quarter lead. And he's going to get this all the way down inside the 35. And carries like that, that's how they're going to continue to salt this thing away here, Charles, in the fourth quarter.
Yeah, how about that? A new set of downs. Clock continues to move. No better way to close out a game than to tap those mastodons you have up front and say, guys, keep pounding them. Let's keep the ball, keep their offense on the sidelines, and let's close this one out.
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9. Coming up on the final 2.5 minutes. And boy, has it been fun to watch this offense operate. Quite the display, and now they look to polish it off. Slipped one tackle, but no more as he's knocked to the deck behind the line of scrimmage. A yard in the wrong direction makes third down tougher. 3rd down and 9. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. They've got a 3rd down now as they look for one more first down to help salt this one away. And he will lose yardage back to the 34-yard line. 4th down now after a loss of 2. Finally, defensively, they have a little clip to show positive for actually stopping him running the football.
It's been a really long night for them, hasn't it? So they got a little bit of a win there, but let's face it, the vision that he's had running the football has carried his feet to the open spaces and to big yardage all night long.
So they hadn't called on him at all until this point, but he comes through here and buries one from long range.
Yeah, that's awfully impressive because usually kickers like to get that first one out of their system in the first quarter, sort of get them into the flow of the game, but to come in this late and knock it down from long distance, give him a lot of credit.
And he will be brought down here inside the 20. Good coverage as he's dropped at the 17. Ready to go with their next drive, and at the line, the Cardinal offense. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left because victory.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. Fletcher Cox, the former Mississippi State Bulldog, ringing the cowbell there on the sack. Pass protection has been a problem all night long as they come up facing 2nd and a bundle. pressure coming, and they got him once again. Roquan Smith, his second sack of the night.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. He's got a man, complete. He's at the 30. Touchdown, Cardinals. Kylen Granson, 94 yards. And the Cardinals cut into that lead. All the talk when Russell Wilson came into the league about his height, his big defensive lineman, can he get the ball over? You get him outside the pocket like that, doesn't really matter.
No, it really doesn't, and you're exactly right. Many people dinged him for that and said, how's he going to see over NFL linemen? He never did, right? At whatever level, he saw through them and found pockets and windows to throw the football. But as you noted, when he's outside the pocket and his vision is totally clear, oh, look out, because he's going to find someone downfield, as we just saw there.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Defensively, there's still 3 timeouts. Do you even need to use them at this point?
I think a lot of coaches do it anyway, and it seems like cosmetics to us.
Does it just send a message you're not quitting?
Send a message that you're not quitting. Let your team know you're going to battle all the way, and you're always hoping for that ultimate miracle that something will happen, you'll pick up the ball and score, and you'll have a chance one more time and maybe on an onside kick, but not likely.
A big play that time through the air. 34 yards. So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. That one looks like he'll throw here. Flushed out right. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Well, Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about them.